And what we're going to do today is go through this part of the city. Right off the bat, we're going to go to Danta. We'll go to Danta and go to the top of the largest pyramid in the world. And then we'll come back in and well, actually, before that, I'm going to take you to the Cascabel group up here, which is Middle Preclassic. You're going to see the earliest architecture in Mesoamerica at this site. And one thing about this jungle is you got to watch the raíces.
Yeah.
You got to, between that and the snakes, you have to watch the ground.
That thing about it being stronger than steel is like way stronger per weight.
That's right. For its size and weight, it's way stronger. But look how he's up there in the.
And didn't
attached
the
all
Indians
those.
put it on wounds as well? Isn't there?
I don't know. I don't really know. Never seen my chicletos do this, but it's man, that web is so strong. Yeah. I even saw a web that once that had a hummingbird in it, and the spider had eaten the hummingbird. When a jaguar attacks a peccary, it has to go for the skull. If it goes for the hindquarters, the haunches, the pig will switch around with those canines and rip open his belly and disembowel him. So that's why they go for the skull and crush the skull. Jesus. With their jaws. They gotta go, that's the one shot they have with a peccary. Jaguar reserve in Belize has 8 per 100 square kilometers.
Wow.
So and what color are these?
That many can live in 100 square kilometers?
We have seen a few black ones though. And the black ones are just where the spots kind of fuse together. If you look at them in the bright sunlight, you can still see they're spotted, but they just kind of fuse together.
Wow.
You can get Raul in.
Let me see.
Okay. No, it's 50 meters wide. 50? 50. We're on the causeway now. This is all part of the causeway. That's my other Otomula here. The normal isn't on the tourist route because we're still working it, but man, I'm glad you're here to see this. Oh, we have 3 summits on the pyramids. These are single summit structures, and I thought it's got to be later. So I didn't pay attention to it for years and years and years. Finally put a test bit in here, and it's much earlier.
Oh.
This is 800 to 600 BC.
Wow.
So that's when we got pretty excited about. They quarried the stone. And when I saw these blocks, I said, this cannot be late Preclassic. It has to be earlier. And sure enough, the ceramics are all much earlier. And then about there's a mask right here. There's decorative art right here. They put a mask, which is here's the eye up in here. There's the eye. Let me get up in there. I'll show you here's the eye, the cheek, the mouth panels. And then this big, like a snout that comes down, and it's hollow underneath, kind of like a little hollow snout down here. But around 200 AD, the Maya chopped it in half and dug a tunnel into the building, underneath the wall. We don't know why. That's what they were looking for. So, but what they did do is they left a monument, a piece of monument, a Middle Preclassic stele is right here. You see this sculpture, piece of sculpture right there. That's I left it. Aquí estoy! I left the piece of monument that they left there.
On top.
And left it right there where the tunnel was. Here's the original stairway back in there.
Oh yeah.
See it?
That's very nice.
So they were doing something. To modify it very late. I'd say about 100 AD. They built this stairway. We actually excavated 9 quarries, recovered the stone tools from the quarries, replicated the stone tools, and carved the stones, and hauled them ourselves.
You drag them? Or...
No, you put them on a litter. It takes 12 men to move one stone. 12 men. 10 to carry it, and 2 to balance it, so that it doesn't get moving, because that much stone gets moving. It's inertia. You gotta be careful. But this is
Okay. And this goes how far down?
it goes about 35 meters. Go ahead and go in a little ways.
promise not to trip.
I need a flashlight. Roll.
See, why in the world the Maya were tunneling into here, I have no idea. They were tunneling in here, so.
But they built
And
it.
they went in right through the face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
why I
they
put
were. Maybe they were tomb robbers.
Well, they may have been a tune they're looking for. I don't know. Watch out for that hole there. There's a
Yeah.
hole.
Okay.
Estos son los túneles explorativos que hice yo para ver estar aquí. Yo sabía yo que aquí los mayas estaban. No, pero ahí estamos. In fact, this is I ignored this area for so long because I thought it's the later part of the city.
And there's the oldest
There's
one.
the oldest stuff there. And then we found this where the Maya had chopped a hole in here. There was a circular pit. So I excavated down in the pit and we found a pre-classic plate as an offering right here in the middle. Right here. But it was pre-classic. This is the earlier, this is middle pre-classic building with a late pre-classic plate they put as an offering.
Where is the plate now?
It's in the National Museum,
In
Guatemala City.
So what was the date on that plate probably?
About probably around the time of Christ.
Are you required to every find that you make to report it to them?
It all goes to the government. Yeah,
Okay.
everything.
And
But we have our own museum in Guatemala City.
mhm.
We have the Mirador Basic Museum. It's in Zone 6 in what they call La Pedrera. Take a little taste of it, chew a little bit, and then spit it out.
This is something I know. What is it?
Oh, that's a peppermint.
Pimienta. That's what it is. It's pimienta. It's pimienta gorda. It's girl in a hurry. This is the remedy. You don't have mouthwash or a toothbrush.
That one don't do it.
It might be a little bit of a problem. Here I was, a little student, going against the guys at Harvard and Stanford and Chicago and Pennsylvania, saying, excuse me, but they're huge pre-classic cities. Oh, he's fallen. You know, it took me 20 years to convince my colleagues. 20 years. You know, if I'd have got a hold of Gordon Willey at Harvard and said, somebody from the press would have said, you know, there's some student named Hansen says there's sophisticated pre-classic architecture, and it's huge pre-classic cities. Oh, he doesn't know what he's doing. I'm sure he made a mistake in his analysis. There can't be such. I mean, these guys are hunters and gatherers, right?
Yeah.
They're not building sophisticated with air ventilation systems and cornice systems. They're not doing this.
Now,
So when you walked in that room, there was pots there that were like
I excavated
2,000
down and
years
found
old.
them still sitting
Oh,
on the
what
floor.
is the air vent? Is that the
Those are air ventilation systems.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.